I'm Darren Walker, the owner of Vintage Customs. We've been in business for, gee whiz, I would say close to 6 years now. Started out of literally my garage doing one or two cars, and then it just expanded from there very quickly. It's definitely a testimony to the power of the internet. We were always willing to share what we were doing because the philosophy was we have nothing to hide, so why not share it?
My name's John Anthony, and I'm the shop foreman at Vintage Customs. I've been here for about 3 years now. What goes in to restoring and rebuilding these cars is just, it's an amazing amount of time, and we're lucky enough to have a team here that's devoted and has the skills to be able to restore these cars to a state that they should be in.
Well, we're in northwestern Washington, probably 65 miles from the Canadian border. With the work that we have done with the Alfa Romeo Spica fuel injection system, that's probably where there's been the greatest amount of chatter about what we do. Because of my fuel injection stripes that I picked up in drag racing, I knew that fuel injection was ultimately a better system. But I was fighting a huge evil crowd that just thought that I was crazy. You know, like, why would I do this?
I'm Herb Sanborn. I own H&W Racing. I work with Wes Ingram in his shop. We have a shop we share, and I'm doing all the Spica stuff in that shop, all the development work we're doing, as well as reconditioning old Spica pumps to keep them going. Alfa developed then a mechanical fuel injection pump made by a corporation called Spica in Italy, Livorno, Italy. You have to remember that that's a period of time before we had computers, before we had computer-aided drawing, it was all done pencil and paper and slide rules. It was all done on mechanical machinery that was hand done. And those, they're very brilliant pieces of equipment that are capable of dealing with changes in engine temperature, changes in altitude, and changes in any sort of throttle setting and RPM setting.
I was on the backside of the hills of Napa where Sears Point Raceway is, and coming down the road, I hadn't seen one before, was an Alfa Romeo GTV. It was like a 72, 73, 74, something like that, and it was smoking, making all this hideous sounds, had rust coming out of every pore, but it had this cool factor to it. You know, it's that typical Italian design and elegance, you know, that was underneath all that. So I had to have one.
It's an interesting car, and the innovation behind them, it really appealed to me.
These pumps will try your patience, and I relate it to having a very troubled teenager on drugs, because it's unpredictable as to what they're going to do next, and this is what the pumps do to you.
Well, I can't imagine having any other my 74 GTV with this very high performance engine in it at this point. I would love to go stretch it out. It loves to do it. It loves it when I do it, and I love to do it with it.